Hey, I'm Brad Allen, Daughter Real Estate, and this is my partner, Marilyn Sloan.
Hi, today we wanted to talk to you about most common home inspections that buyers have done on their properties. That's probably one of the biggest questions we get asked is when do I do inspections and how many inspections do I need to get? Most buyers typically get a home inspection done, a CO 100, which would be a termite letter done, and an HVAC, which would inspect the heating and the cooling system.
So a lot of those are the buyer's cost. So you get to pick whoever you want as long as they're licensed. You can actually do your own inspections if you want, but unless you have a lot of experience with doing so, we kind of recommend you hire professionals. They're going to want to get paid at the time of inspection, and most of them get the inspection reports back to you in about 24 to 48 hours.
Right, and a lot of buyers want to know when do I have time to get these inspections done. The way our contract works is once you have a house under contract, you have 10 business days to do any and all inspections that you want to do. So we recommend that you wait until your due diligence period to get those inspections done. You want to make sure you have the property locked down before you start investing in these inspections.
And at any point during the inspection process, you can literally walk away for any reason. Now, if you've done the inspections, you do have to give them to the seller because they will then have to disclose any problems with the house. But at the end of the due diligence period, you get to ask for, with our guidance, whatever you'd like to ask the seller to fix or, rectify, if you will.
And again, all of that is negotiated. So, the seller's not obligated to make any repairs, but as the buyer, you're not obligated to buy anything as well. So you go into a second round of negotiating.
And where you really need our help is to know what kind of loan you have to what the bank will most require you to do. So sometimes you might not want to ask for something, but your loan will require it. So sometimes you have to have our 2 cents so we know to kind of get in front of those issues and rather than letting it pop up later on.
Right. And another question we get is, Marilyn, how much money am I going to need for these inspections? So, it really depends on the size of the house and what all you're getting inspected. But I think a rough estimate, if you had about $600 to $800 squared away for inspections, that should cover most of your inspections. Like I said, most people do a home inspection, a CO 100, or an HVAC. But you can get in depth with a structural inspection if you're worried about the structural integrity of the home. You can also have a mold inspection done if you, with some of the flood properties that we have, going into depth to make sure everything's been taken care of. You can even have
lead-based paint, septic, well,
right,
internal well, stuff like
a
that.
pool inspection. So there are a variety of different inspections that you can, as the buyer, utilize to your advantage.
But other than that, that's where we would start. But every house is different, so when we get together, we'll sit down and kind of go over a process based on the house on what inspections we should line up and kind of make sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed for the house you're going to buy.